Good morning, second graders. I'm here today to share a wonderful wordless picture book with you. The title is Sector 7 by David Wiesner. Now, when we were in school and face-to-face, we got to experience 3 wonderful wordless picture books, and here's another one. Now, the best thing about this story is it's going to take us on a little trip, somewhere where we possibly couldn't go, even if we tried to, and there is also the connection to clouds, which you've been busy learning about in science in your classroom. The other thing I want to point out on the front cover is that you'll see this book has won the Caldecott Award for the honor the year that this book came out. And remember, the Caldecott honor is for the wonderful illustrations in the story. Well, what better than a book that has no words to win the Caldecott Award, because the pictures do all the storytelling. Now, as we go through the book, I know a wordless picture book, I'm not supposed to say a whole lot. That's going to be really hard since we're in distance learning. So the things that I am going to say as we go through the pictures in the story are things that I would have said as if we were sitting on the carpet together as one whole class, with me sitting on the stage reading to you. So I will try to keep my words to a minimum and just let you enjoy the pictures, and I hope you enjoy the story. Here we go. Now, before I even get to the title page, we have an illustration. And even though you can't see exactly everything that this picture is trying to tell you, there are little snippets of information. So I hope that you're able to tell that this boy is looking out the window of a school bus. Where's he headed? Sector 7 by David Wiesner. And there's our first picture, a view of the top of the Empire State Building. And on the right side, you'll see that that school bus has arrived at the Empire State Building. And as everyone rushes into the building and loads up in the elevator, they're looking at all the numbers that they have to go up to get to the top. They're headed to the observatory. And there in that first picture on the top of the left page, they're headed right to the observatory. And because they're up so high, sometimes the clouds are actually surrounding the buildings. And you'll see that the boy is busy looking around, and all of a sudden something happens. Something takes his hat and his mittens and his scarf. Who is that? It looks like a cloud, and the cloud is wearing those items. I don't think the boy is too happy as he tries to get them back, and he also has an audience watching him talk to the cloud. Well, the cloud tries to help out and builds a scarf and a hat out of clouds. I don't think that went over so well either. The cloud helps him out and shows him some things, shows him how to use the telescope. He can really zoom out and see things from so far away. And then he tries to hide his cloud friend as people walk by. And pretty soon the cloud takes him for a ride. Would you want to be riding a cloud that high up in the air? Look at them go. And they keep going. And it looks like they're arriving somewhere. Where are they? If you look really closely, I think you'll see that it says Sector 7. It's the Cloud Dispatch Center. And they go in, and they land. I love this. It looks like a train station, but for clouds. There's arrivals and departures. And if you look at the people working, they're busy changing the arrival time and the departure time and what type of cloud is supposed to be leaving or arriving. You'll recognize some of the names like cumulus and cirrus and stratus from what you've learned in science. And look at all the clouds that are in the station. It looks like everyone gets a blueprint of what they're supposed to be doing. They get assignments. Look at the assignment station. I think some of the clouds don't look very happy with what they're supposed to be doing. And the boy takes a look. And I think he has some really great ideas of what the clouds should look like, but none of them are on the blueprints. And he shows them, he draws. I think they're really excited. And so pretty soon the clouds decide that they're going to become the designs. The workers do not look very happy. They come marching out and they try to get the clouds to do what they've asked them to do. Look at all the blueprints that are laying on the ground. And they find the boy. And they take him away. And they take his cloud friend another. And it looks like they're going to get him back to where his class was. So the cloud takes him back. And he gives him a hug. And I think all of his classmates are just stunned to see what they're seeing. And the boy tries to be really sneaky. Look at him in the elevator. He doesn't exactly look like the other children right now, does he? And once they're back on the ground, look what happens. And now look up into the sky. Wonderful, creative clouds. I think the cats are enjoying what they see as they paw at the window. I think the fish in the water like what they see. And definitely all of those kids on the school bus like what they're seeing as they drive away from the Empire State Building. And pretty soon, it looks like the clouds have taken over Sector 7. And at the end of a busy field trip day, with all that he's learned and all that he's seen, he's now sound asleep on his own cloud bed with his friend.